Hey guys, Susanna here. Well, I'm back again. I thought I would just show you what I've done. I finished doing all these. You just use the same technique as what you do using the Inktense pencils. I'll actually show you up close a little bit. This is the iris blue. Hopefully it's going to pick it up. But they're Derwent, Inktense, iris blue. That's what I use mainly on the thing. Or you just use watercolor pencils or use whatever you have. So what I did around here, you can sort of see on the, I put some of the wadding on the back, and I actually stitched the bits that, you know, that I did with the Veliza Fix or the Heat and Bond. I stitched that on the machine. You know, this sort of ends there, but it's going to go in a frame and all that kind of stuff. So I thought at least this way I don't need pins. It's going to hold, that stitching will hold that down while I hand stitch the rest. So I thought I was either going to hand stitch it or just do it on a machine. So I thought I'd do it on a machine. And then yeah, I really like how it's turned out. It's only quite light. I just needed it light for the background because we're going to be doing all the stitching and all that kind of stuff. You can probably see that. There we go. You can see where it is. So I'll zoom in. Put this down here. Put that down there, and I'll zoom in a bit. So that we can sort of see when I'm stitching. I might even go out just a tad. There we go. And I will do some stitching. Okay, so if you saw before I zoomed in, I've got lots of different colours pulled out. What I want to do is we get your pattern guide, and then I've just done a couple of little bits and pieces in here, and you can use that you know, those permanent marker inks. So I'll just sort of go like that, so that way I will do it with pencil first. So if you want, before you do put the backing and all that kind of stuff on there, put this behind it and maybe go to your light box again. But I'm just gonna wing it because it is my pattern after all. So I'm just going to, and if you want to, you can do this too, because I just want to do some of the lines. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. It just needs to be okay. Enough for me to be able to do some stitching. Okay, so that I can see it. Now, these ones are probably a little harder to do, but okay, hopefully you can see that. Small one, and then a big one. Now this one comes like that, a bit of fluff. Clear in camera. So it's not exactly the same as that, but it's good enough. And then this one will go this way. Okay. Now that's that for that side. And then I'll do just a couple more here. And this one's got a few more like curly curly pieces. And I'm just gonna do whatever. There we go. Just so it looks like hair. So just wing it. Because we sort of want it to look like hair. Okay. Now, hopefully I'm in camera. Just do another line here, maybe another one there. Doesn't hurt to have a little bit of a... Okay, do that there. Might even do that there. Have a little bit of a curl. There we go. Yeah, because the bottom part here is more of the hair, and then this hair becomes the Van Gogh picture, if you know what I mean. So, I think we're pretty right with that. I'm going to refer to this one on the actual picture. Sort of start going up a little bit. There we go. That's it. You can still see the bits and pieces. So, now, by the time you see this on the you know, on the video, I'll have a coloured, it'll be in colour, and you'll see. So when I do the PDF, I'll also take a photo of the actual finished picture, and that can be part of the PDF as well. So you can have a like a coloured chart of the finished piece. So use this as a guide, and as you can see, it's a little bit bigger because that's all, when you make it up a little bit bigger. And yeah, so it's looking pretty good already actually. Okay, so now it looks like water bits, but what to do first? So here's some of the colours I've gotten for the hair. Sort of want to do purpley bits along here, and then slowly tone it into more blue. So let's look. What do we got? Gee, that's a big needle. Not quite that big, but we do need something that's going to be pointy. So maybe I might go from the darker. Is that pretty much the same colour? I think it might be. Might do this. Do a bit of the blue. I'm not going to do a great deal of that. And then I'll come in. Maybe you can just come in there. And just do like a backing stitch. And there. It's actually pretty thin fabric. What I did as well, I got this pen and I coloured it in with black, even though I'm going to go over it with the black. If I just thought it's permanent ink, and I thought I'll just sort of semi-colour it that way. If I miss any bits, it's at least got dark, because the sewing's not always perfect. It's got dark underneath. Okay. So I thought if I start this off in the darker colour blue, we could probably go from sort of like this bluey colour to and then end up going to be the lighter. Okay, go underneath like that. We don't see so much of it. I mean, on the back it doesn't really matter. Yeah, as you can tell, this is not going to be a quick process, but it will be a fun one. And again, this is textile art after all. So, out. Now, probably just do the first 3. So we'll start here, and I might do blue, just going down to there. I mean, if you want to, you can use a stem stitch for this if you want to make it thicker. Okay. And so I might do blue on the top. And all the way around, and then do a little bit of the purple there, and then these can be starting on the other purple. I think that this is going to be a lot more detailed than the actual painting that I did. Just different. But it will be nice. Yep. Oh. So after I've done this, I will do. They sort of look the same almost. I think that one might be a tad lighter. I'll probably do that colour, and then I'll end up combining those 2 colours, and it'll sort of go a bit lighter towards the bottom, even though you know, it's sort of fairly consistent. I might even highlight some of them with this darker blue. See how I go, because it's like a purpley blue. But what I'll do next is I'm just going to show you how to do a bit of everything, and then you can go and do your homework and come back with it. There we go, nearly there, because I've got to come back and do that under in purple. So I'll do one eye, and then maybe even do the mouth and one of the stars. which will be pretty, you know, based on what we need to do. And then probably come back with the other one. Okay. Finish that off. Okay. Put that in my little awl piece. Now, so that bit under here is going to be this darker one, and I'll continue along there. But what I want to do with this in the eye, now I picked out, well, that's for over there, this. I thought I want to do the eye, and even though I've done it in the blue already, I really would like to embroider it. It just gonna really make it stand out. So whatever colour that you've got, whether you've got brown or whatever colour, pick a colour that you would like. Quite a bit actually. There we go. Now, don't know whether I'm going to go around it with the black because I've got the highlight. We'll see. Now, start off on the top there, and we'll come across. Now this is just a satin stitch, so we're going to come across next to it. So it's just filling in. Actually got it right. I said satin stitch, yay! I'm always calling the satin stitch a stem stitch all the time. So, very nice. I mean, if you want to, at this point, you could leave it. You know, because there is colour there, but the whole point of this is it's a, you know, a stitchery and a textile art. Now, if you want to, you can go across, but I'm just going to go around. I think that's probably going to be the most even way of doing it. I don't want to go too fast because you want them next to each other. Filling up those gaps. I thought if I do the blue part first, you know, if there is any gaps, I can fill it up with the black. Yep. So pretty. And what's going to make it look good is that, you know, there's not there's going to be bits that are a bit like her skin's going to be flatter, so really this is going to be standing out all the more, which is good. So we highlight, you know, like on the lips and all that kind of stuff, and then, you know, that's where we've done the shading, hopefully on the camera. This is a way you can create yourself a masterpiece, as well as doing a bit of sewing. It's a real mixed media piece, this one. Okay, now go one more to there, and then put it in here. Because you definitely want that little white piece, because that's what makes the eye come to life, gives it that real twinkle. Really is nice revisiting an old piece of artwork, actually. You know, I did my original piece in 2017, and now for a while I thought I really could do this like a stitchery. I suppose you could do stitchery out of anything, really. But I saw a few pieces on Pinterest and some other ladies doing some stuff, and I thought, oh, I reckon that sort of looks a bit Van Gogh-y. I'm gonna, you know, get inspired by other people, what they do. Okay, now here we go. Maybe got 2 more bits. Yeah. There we go. So there's the eye. I'll keep this for the other eye. Don't know whether it's going to be enough. We'll see. This eye is a bit bigger because it's yeah, that's how it is, because she's on that slant. Now, so I'll keep that. Then oh, pretty. So look, there you go. You can see how that looks. Now I'm going to get the black. I'll get enough to do the 2. Now with these highlights, as in like I'll probably stitch around there and around the mouth and maybe around the eye, I picked this colour, and it's sort of like a really dark, it's like black, but it's got a bit of a almost purpley tinge, which goes really well. I thought I didn't want black. I thought I want black for the pupils, but I didn't want to have just a real black. It's still dark, as you can see, but not black. Okay, so just do a knot, cut that little bit off, then we come out through here doing the same thing. And I'll start at the bottom, and now it's going to be a fairly big stitch. Going across, and we need to go underneath. Where's my thing? You can really feel it when you don't have it on. So same, except for rather than going up and down, I'm just going to go across, and you get as close as you can because you want to fill it in. Okay. Now with this, all depends how big it turns out. I may just end up doing a French knot, or you know, maybe even do a bit of a satin stitch for that. Okay. There we go. Some of the white you can see is the fluff underneath. Now, okay, what I might do, because I wanted to do the mouth as well. I'll finish this off because I want you to see the difference between the one eye that's done and one eye that's not, and it really does look really good. So this is a project I have been wanting to do for a while. I have sort of had it pictured in my head, but then, you know, I've got so many projects and stuff going on in my head, it's terrible. My brain, sometimes you're like, shut up brain, you need to sleep. It's when you get your best ideas at night when you're trying to sleep. Okay, now so there we go. So that's what it looks like, but then see what I mean, like you can see the white thing there. We really do need that white, that big white dot. And then I'm going to probably highlight it. I think it does need it, but I'll go around it in that purpley colour rather than in that the black, because I think it's black's, well, it's still a dark colour, but it's a bit too dark. Now, actually, while I'm here, I'll quickly do the white, just so you've got a bit of an idea. And it seems like it's sort of going over, but we'll just flatten that down, and then I'll go over that, get a bit more definition. You always go back in and do a bit of an iron or whatever it is you need to do, and probably do it from the back. Okay, won't need too much of that. Okay, now here is this, and I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's have a look. Too big? No, that's pretty good actually. You want it fairly bulky. There we go. That works. And that's all we need for that. I'll bring it up to the camera once I've done. Okay. Now, look. Here we go. Oh, 28 minutes already. That's what it looks like. See, it sort of really brings out the colour. Yeah, I like it. So that's how you do the eye, and then we're going to go around here and over here with the eyebrows. We're going to go in this darker colour here, so that's what you do with that. And here, probably up to about there, I'm just going to leave that and let the shadowing do that, but I will come in here in the nose and all that. So in the mouth, okay, what I was thinking, all these bits I've got this colour, and I made sure that it matched up with that. So often when you do lips, I've got a bit of a, you know, like little marks like that. I don't know whether I fill it in fully or just leave it. I'll see. Grab this. Sort of just do a few lines. I'll start off with a few lines, and if I don't think they look any good, I can fill it in completely. Okay, so we'll start here, and we'll go to that couple of small lines. Looks like someone sewed a lip shut. Now we'll just do probably a couple along here on a bit of an angle. Just leave that there. I'm going to grab some of that darker colour and go along. So it all depends whether you want the lips for. You could probably do it like that. It may work better like that, I think, to be honest. Move that out of the way. I'm going to do just a small backing stitch, I think. I do a backing stitch on the top and bottom, but I think in the middle I might even do a bit of a stem stitch to make it a little bit thicker, which is how I want it. I'll do this, and once this is done and I don't like it, I can just fill it in, I think. Okay. I think it really does stand out now, but you've got to remember everything else will be like this as well. So won't be too bad. Okay, flip there, and then we'll start here. And I was thinking a stem stitch in the middle. Just to thicken it. Because it is thicker in that little piece there. Okay. I'm just going to go down with that and then go up here, and we're going to do a normal backing stitch again. Okay, once I've done this and I don't feel like it's enough, I can always go back and fill it in with satin stitch, which is not a bad idea. Hopefully you guys can see this. Okay. I'm going to make it so it's just not quite touching this look. No, I don't think I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go all the way across. So there you go. You going to pull that out like that. You get to watch me do this. Okay. And so what I'll do is I'll do a stem stitch, I think, like what I did with the, and I think that'll sort of give it the lip lines that I'm after, and I'll just go like that, and colour it in, and then leave that little bit here so that I can have that little white glow on the lips, which is the shine. There we go. Now pull that out. Doesn't always work. There we go. So just pause it and fix that up, and then I'll come back with the stars, I think, because it's already up to 30 minutes. Yep, 39 minutes. Unpause it. See how much better that looks, and it gives it real texture. So I'll do the same on that side. Ideally you probably should do that first and then come back with that, but at least it gives you a bit of a guideline of where you need to go. So I'm going to be using that same color just on there up to about there. Just want to let the shading do that, and maybe come in with the nose and go around there, and probably do that. I might do the neckline and around here in maybe like a light purple. So it's, yeah, or not quite that darker colour. Where is it? Yeah, something a little bit lighter, like I have in the picture here, to go with the shading. So sometimes purple is a nice colour to do shading. Okay, so, well, I think we're done with what we're going to be doing here. So finish off the face, do, you know, do that, and then do this. And when I come back, I'll probably do, I've got this. We're going to be doing maybe a French knot in the middle, and then highlight. I'll do probably one of those and then start off on this. So before you put backing on, if you are not confident in just doing it yourself, which is what I'm going to do, it's just a running stitch, do that beforehand, before you put the backing on, so that you've got yourself a guide of where you can stitch, which does make it nice and easy. So okay guys, well, I will turn the camera off and keep on stitching. You can really see the difference of how it looks. I might move these out of the way, between, you know, stitching and non-stitching. You can sort of see a little bit in the hair, but yeah, it really brings it to life and gives her, I think that looks rather nice. So a lot of satin stitch in the face, and the rest will be running stitch and a few French knots and backing stitch and all that. Okay, well, I'll do some stuff off camera, and in the next video we're going to be doing, I'm going to enjoy doing that actually. It's quite relaxing. That's real true slow stitching, quite relaxing. Okay, thanks for watching guys. I'll catch you later. Bye.